Right, we're going to go to Canada now to get the latest on the wildfires and the latest for one city 20,000 people effectively.
Been told to get out and to get out now. These pictures show you some of the reasons why extraordinary wildfires still are burning in northern territories badly hit, and the provincial capital. There's a place called Yellowknife. 20,000 people live there, and they've been told get out by noon Friday. They've been given a deadline to evacuate their homes because the fires could reach the outskirts of the city by this weekend, so they've been given the deadline. There of a Friday some people had been leaving already. We can take a look at a picture of the queues on the motorway basically way in and out and there have been cars. We can't bring you those pictures right now, but some people have been leaving already. The background to all this is that for Canada this is the worst wildfire season on record. 1,100 fires of burning as of Wednesday. Let's get the very latest. Let's go to Sarah Edmond Oak, who's their journalist for CBC in North. Thank you very much. So far for people driving is over 1,000 kilometers by car, so a huge distance. What will just talk us through what the personal decision was for you. What things were you weighing up? I actually was on vacation at the time. I wasn't reporting, and I have 2 children, and I had read earlier in the spring the book Fire Weather by John Valiant, who talks about this very thing, the issue of climate driving greater, hotter and more dangerous wildfires that effectively can't be stopped without massive amounts of rain or otherwise some sort of act of God. So I felt fearful and I booked flights, and the day that I landed in Calgary, that's where I am now. That night the first evacuation alert was announced for parts of Yellowknife, and the next day the whole city was ordered to get out. And just how unusual is this for people living there? It's so striking. I moved to Yellowknife in 2013. Summer was a terrible year of fires. It's remembered now as the summer of smoke. We had fires burning all over the territory. It was relentless. Fire tankers were in the sky at all hours of the day, and that season, looking back on it, was extremely mild compared to what we're seeing now. We saw a total of 1 community evacuated briefly in 2014. It was a community of about 40 people. They just received another evacuation alert this morning to get out now for their own safety, but that was it. And this year we've seen multiple communities evacuated, some more than once. We've seen fires go right into communities and take houses off the edges. We saw total destruction of the Cathode First Nation back in May. Those people are evacuated once again for their own safety. It's just absolutely unheard of, and the very idea that one would order a city of 20,000 to empty out in the face of out-of-control fires is just not something a lot of people were prepared to imagine. And is there any sense of when this will end? We've been covering it and reporting on the developments for a while now. Is there any sense of, you mentioned you needed some effective in quotes act of God or brain or whatever, is there any sense, any kind of predictions and what happens next? That's really the million-dollar question. I heard an interview a few weeks ago with some firefighters working in Quebec who said that the buyers they're dealing with really need a season-ending event. That's what they called it. I believe that means a deluge of rain or some otherwise massive change in the weather situation. But with the extreme dryness we're seeing here, the lack of rain, I'm just really not sure what's going to change the situation that we're in right now. Okay, well, we really appreciate your time and your expertise in giving us a clearer picture about what is happening there. Thank you very much for going on the program. Thank you.